Hey YouTube, I'm gonna keep it brief. The last video that I just posted was the aftermath of the apartment after everything basically was said and done. That was about 2 to 3, probably 2 to 3 days after, or maybe 4 even. After I went to the courts and got the access order, not once but twice, that he didn't follow. I had already knew that there was no belongings or anything in the house, and he had left like next to nothing. Because and he had put boards. It was no. The police was telling me maybe he put it in storage. There was no storage. Storage. Why would he take my stuff out and put it in storage? Why would he even remove my things? So when we did get access to the apartment, because the criminal judge and also housing judge had said access order for the apartment, and at the time I just wanted to go in and take pictures and photos of what he did to my things and what did he do to my apartment when I wasn't there. Um, that's the only thing I really wanted the access order for. Um, when I did get the access order, the first one he didn't follow it. Um, the second access order is when you saw the police go in. The police, I also, the same day of the illegal eviction was September 7th, I also filed the illegal eviction that day. So more than likely he had a warrant. So I'm assuming when he showed up for the access order that they would do something or something like that. Like, I even went to the precinct to set they gave me an access order from 9 to 5. I went to the precinct to make a appointment because I know they're always late. They always say that they have a problem, and I totally wanted to follow the rules. So I said, let me go there. They said, no, you have to go to the location and call the police. I said, the police again? Like, this whole calling the police thing, it's what's necessary, but it's such a drag. So I'm like, okay, let me go to the house and call the police. So I went to the house, I called the police. The police took forever to come. When they did show up, they ended up saying, like, do you have the access order? I showed it to them. I showed them that I had the access order. They called the number for the landlord that was on the access order. He did not answer. He did not respond. This is his second one. They, like, someone ended up coming out of the building from upstairs at the same time. I told the police I did not want to access the building through someone else. I wanted to access it through the landlord, the same one who's conspiring to do all of this, and the one who I have an illegal eviction with. Like, maybe y'all can ask him or y'all can do something to help me. They ended up not getting access from the landlord. He ended up not answering. So when someone did come out the building, they like, come on, let's just go. Let's just go inside. And I'm like, okay, like, just to show them that there was nothing in there. He put boards. It's nothing like it was the other day when you were, when you guys were here, because it was some police officer that was at my house probably before. So when we did get in, like, we walk into the back. He's like expecting to see my stuff in my apartment, but the whole time his eyes being that he been at my apartment before and he know the way I live, he's looking around like, wait, what happened here? And that's the same thing I'm wondering. Like, and then when we get outside the house, now he asking me, do I have the landlord's number? I just gave it to you. You were supposed to have the landlord's number. You're supposed to do your job. And of course, when he did decide to call the landlord and ask him, the landlord told him that basically, I don't know what he told him on the phone, like, but he said something of some sort where he had no stuff and the stuff wasn't there when they was previously there, and they know that my stuff was there. So he immediately told me, go to the precinct and file a grand larceny report against him. Why he didn't file a report while he was right there, which I begged him to do, but he wouldn't, I don't understand. Like, he said they had a stabbing and they had to go. I'm like, y'all always say that. So you want me to go all the way back to the precinct to file a report for my stuff? I don't understand. He already evicted me. He took my whole life. What else do you want me to do? Why you don't want to file a report now? Why was it so easy for y'all to come get me when he said that I did something illegal? But when y'all seeing clearly that what he did, y'all, nobody's going to help or nobody's going to say anything. He told me to go to the police report and file a grand loss report. So even though, despite me being angry, I went to the police station and I went to go file a police report. When I get to the police station, the detective, he's like, oh, what are you here for? This now. I'm like, yeah, I'm here to file a report. They're like, a report for what? I'm like, for my apartment for illegal eviction. They start then telling me that everything, all my belongings is in illegal eviction. I said no, because how would y'all even know what's missing? How would y'all even know to put my birth certificate, social security card, credit? How do y'all, what did y'all even know that? If y'all filed, like, I don't understand. So I ended up like telling them I'm not leaving, I need to talk to somebody. They had somebody come out. I wrote a whole list of things that I can remember, like everything that was like valuable. I didn't really like, cause it's like your whole, like, imagine just going to work and coming home, like you just went to work and you came home and everything is gone, or like say your house burnt down by the time you get home and everything's gone, something like that. Like you have to literally remember off the top of your head. So me, I just put the TVs, the sofas, like I was a Jordan girl, so it was like a lot of money in that. um Everything, like everything that you will own, TVs and things that you would just, life lessons, comb, brushes, toothbrushes, like everything, but everything has a value on it. So it's like, okay, so I just put the major things or whatever. It was about 3 or 4 pages long. When he looked at it, he just was like, what happened? And I started to tell him the story of what happened, and he's like, wait, what? And once he realized that it's a landlord tenant issue, he tells me, oh, well, this paperwork, it's a lot here, and this is like, not petty larceny, it's grand larceny. So you would have to talk to a detective before we put this this in and stuff like that. And I said, why? He said, because it's a lot of money. He said, come back tomorrow at 8 in the morning and you will talk to a detective. I said, okay. I come back 8 o'clock in the morning the next day to talk to detectives. There's no detective there, and they don't know where the paperwork that I filled out or everything that I wrote down, my stuff. Like, I immediately like felt like nobody's gonna help with this situation. So I told my lawyer, and I told my both of my lawyers about it, that they wouldn't let me file the access, the stuff, um the report for my stuff and stuff like that. I got in contact with them. So then they ended up giving me a detective, because I was like so upset. So they ended up giving me a detective, same detective that arrested me in the case. Giving me a detective, telling, and the detective is oh, what happened? Didn't not wasn't you supposed to be arrested? I said I went in there already, and they let me out, and they gave me this paperwork, and now I'm here to prove that I'm not who you think I am, you know. And he's like, what happened? I tell him the situation. He's like, oh, they should have body cam video. So I guess he goes look at the body cam video, and he tells me, for a fact, is no. You're not in the apartment. Your mom's not in the apartment. When they're moving things, when they're this, it shows it on body cam video. I'm like, so okay, what now? What are you guys gonna do for me? What are y'all gonna do to help me? Like, I've been calling the precinct for 3, 4, 5 days this whole week, just trying to get, like, you know, I tried to get in contact with him today. He kept they switched me to his line, he kept hanging up. Like, he kept hanging up. And then when I went to go to the precinct, he wasn't there. So I got another schedule for him starting Monday. So I'm gonna see if I can get in contact with him with that. I'm gonna go tomorrow to the precinct again to see if I can file another report. Maybe I'll get another officer, different results. I don't know. Not all of them break the rules, you know, like some of them is actually, you know, but whatever. And the precinct, it's just a lot with them. But I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to basically explain or brief you on the last video of what happened, and what day that was when we went inside the apartment, before I upload the videos of what it was before he tore it down, and a couple of other videos I wanted to release to you guys, you know. But I just wanted to get the bigger picture across before I show how he underlined treated me bad. I just wanted to get the bigger point across, that number one is coronavirus. I was illegally evicted on September the 7th. during the virus when it was state law that couldn't happen with an open housing case. Like it wasn't like we wasn't in court. Like it wasn't like he just jumped the gun because the city or whoever allowed him to. Now that we're in court, what the judge is saying is that if I can't get the order of protection modified, like I'm just out. Like if I can't get it modified by the courts, stating that, basically I could go back into my residence because give or take now he's saying he lived there, then he's saying that I gave him the apartment. He's stating another story than what happened to the judge. So the judge is like, only thing we know is that, they're just looking at the criminal record and they're just looking at the order of protection and saying basically, because the order of protection is why I can't go home or why I can't continue residency, because they're saying that when he doesn't live there or any of that, that's just a tactic to keep me away, like I keep saying. But I have more content for you guys. Tomorrow I'll upload another video. And I will definitely explain after so that y'all can kind of get the video without too much editing, because I'm really like wrapped around a lot right now, so I can't really like edit. So this is how I'm doing videos for now, because the edit process, it takes a little long. But with the whole housing situation, me learning how it is to start over, me learning to drive the correct way, me trying to get my life back together, trying to get prepared for winter, like it's hard, but it could be done, It's not like it's impossible or nothing, right? But we'll talk again. I'll keep you guys updated as to what's going on and how I'm feeling and how's my mental health going and stuff like that. But thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure that y'all stay in tune what's going on, because this can happen to anybody. This can be like anybody can be faced with this situation where I know there's more out there like me. Like I know there's more out there like me. That's why I published my story, because I've heard, like I've gotten a lot of inboxes of people telling me like, hey, that happened, hey, this happened, and the support is making me feel stronger than what I did previous. So thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.